Hi everyone, this is Bronislava for HandMadeRukodelky, and today's project is per request, as someone needed to knit on 2 long needles this little crown. So if you don't know how to knit on double pointed needles or on circular needles, this project is for you. I have cast it on multiple of 18 stitches times 5, which is 90 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 2 stitches for each side. So here is gonna be 1 stitch, and here is gonna be another stitch for the edge, and these 2 edges are gonna be connected later on. As I will start knitting, I will be adding markers, okay, and I will do only 2 repetitions, and then 3 repetitions you will have to do on your own. Okay, so I'll show you 2 repetitions. So this is gonna be, first stitch is going to be our edge. So this is not gonna be, this doesn't count into our repetition, okay? So that's why we need to put a marker here. And now 18 stitches are gonna be our first repetition, and we need to knit this way. We will knit 8 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We will slip 2 stitches knitwise, slip 1 and 2 knitwise. Okay, knitwise is when you go and place it here and slip it. Now we will knit 1 stitch, knit 1. Now you will take these 2 knitted stitches, take them and pull them over this knitted stitch and pull them. So you see these 2 stitches, 1 and 2 stitch were pulled over this one, okay? Now we will knit 7 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we will place marker. So this is our first repetition, okay? Now we will do the same thing one more time, and then I will finish the rest of the row without you seeing it. Okay, so we will do again 8, knit 8 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, slip 1 and 2 stitches knitwise. Start here, slip, slip, and then knit 1, and then take 1 and 2, both stitches, both slip stitches, and move them, slip them over the knitted stitch. Okay, and knit 7. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and place marker. Place marker. Now do these as many times as you need to. In my case, 3 more times until my last stitch. Okay, so I did my 3 other repetitions. Okay, and if you started on more stitches, then you do more repetitions, right? And this is my last stitch, that's that edge, and I will slip it. I will not knit it. Move this yarn forward and slip the stitch. I think it's gonna be much better. The seam is going to look much better if we will slip last stitch, because we will be sewing this stitch and this stitch later on together. Okay, now turn around, and the second row is going to be knitted. We will knit 1, knit 1, move the marker, and now we will do the repetitions again until the last stitch, which we will slip again. Okay, so we will do it this way. Knit 6 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we will slip 2 stitches, but not knitwise. We will slip stitches here. Okay, purlwise. 1, 2. Now we will purl this stitch, and we will slip these 2 stitches over the purled stitch. Okay, and now we will knit 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's do this one more time. Okay, my battery died as usual. It's nothing new. So here we are again. So we did our first repetition, and this is gonna be our second repetition in second row. Okay, so we need to knit 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to slip 2 purlwise right there, 1 and 2, and then we need to purl 1, and we pull these 2 over the purled stitch, and we will knit 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm ready to do my other repetition again. And you do as many repetitions as you cast it on. Okay, I am at the end of my row, which we will slip my last marker and move it to the right side, and we will slip last stitch. So the yarn has to go forward in here between the stitches, and then you just move that stitch to the right needle. Turn, and this is going to be our third row. And again we will knit first stitch, and you will always start from the purlwise, right? Just knit it. Okay, don't purl it, just knit, but through the back loop, okay? First repetition is done this way. Knit 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slip 2 stitches knitwise from this side. 1, 2, knit 1, and move those 2 slip stitches over the knitted stitch. Now knit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move the marker and repeat. One more time. 6 stitches, knit 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slip 2 stitches knitwise. 1, 2, knit 1 stitch, and take those 2 stitches and move them, pass them over the knitted stitch. Okay, and knit 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Repeat as many times as you cast it on, all the way to the end, and the last stitch will be slipped. Slip the last stitch. Turn around and let's do our 4th row. Knit through the back loop. Okay. And we will do our first repetition in the 4th row. Knit 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slip 2 stitches purlwise through the back loop. 1, 2. Okay. Then purl this stitch and move those slipped stitches over the purled stitch. And now we will knit 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And move the marker. And let's repeat this one more time. Knit 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slip 2 purlwise. 1, 2. Purl 1 stitch. And slip 2 stitches over the purled stitch. Okay. And knit 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And move the marker and repeat. This is gonna be different now. So we created our peaks. This is top of the crown. Okay, so we have peaks, and now we need to make our little design. And we are starting to make the little design. So we will knit our first stitch through the back loop. Okay, move that marker and let's start. Now we will knit 1, yarn over. Now you need to knit 3, 1, 2, 3, Now slip 2 knitwise. We will continue in doing that. Okay, slip 1 and 2 knitwise, and then you will knit 1, and again pass these 2 slipped stitches over the knitted stitch. Just move it over. Now you will knit 3 again. 1, 2, 3, and you will do a yarn over. Okay, don't forget to do that yarn over, and you move your marker. Now you will knit 1 again, knit 1. That's our second repetition. Okay, now we will do yarn over. We will knit 3, 1, 2, 3. We will slip knitwise 2 stitches, 1, 2, knit 1 stitch, and pass these slipped stitches over the knitted one. Move it over. Okay, now we will knit 3 again. 1, 2, 3, and yarn over. Don't forget, yarn over. And we will repeat this again. Okay, and I will see you when I'm at the end of my row. And I am at the end of my last repetition. I have to do yarn over, not to forget about that one. Okay, and now we just will move that slipped stitch over. And now this row is gonna be completely different. This is going to be wrong side, and we will purl all the stitches except the first one and last one. The first step is the first stitch is going to knit it through the back loop. Okay, now we will move this marker and we will purl all the stitches. Purl, 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 purl all the stitches all the way to this one, and we will slip this stitch. Okay, so just keep purling. Purl, purl, and when I am finished I will show you what to do, how to do the next row. So I purled and move this stitch and just slip it. Okay, move the marker and slip the stitch. We will again knit through the back loop, move the marker, and now we will knit 2 stitches instead of 1. So this is 1, 2 stitches. Then we will do yarn over, then we will knit 2 stitches, 1, 2. Okay, and then we will do slip knitwise, slip knitwise, knit 1, and move those 2 slipped stitches over the knitted. Okay, now we will knit 2 stitches, 1, 2. We will do yarn over and we will knit 1, and that's our first section. Now you need to realize that you will have always 2 holes in there. If you did it properly, you should have in each row 2 holes in each section. Okay, you see, here is my hole, here is my hole, here is my hole, here is my hole, here, 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 and here, and also here. So you have to have 2 holes in each section, each in each row on the right side. Okay, so let's go and repeat this what we did one more time. We will knit 2, 1, 2, yarn over, knit 2 again, 1, 2. Now we will slip knitwise, slip, slip, knit 1, move those slipped stitches over the knitted one or pass the slipped stitch over, 2 slipped stitch over, knit 2, 1, 2, yarn over, that is gonna be the second hole, and knit 1, move, and continue just like this. Repeat these stitches, and here I am again at the end of my row. Okay, and we will purl all the stitches now again. So first knit through the back loop, the first stitch, and now we will purl all the stitches. Purl all the stitches. Knit our first stitch through the back loop. Okay, move the marker, and we will knit 3, 1, 2, 3. We will do yarn over, we will knit 1, and then we will slip knitwise, knit 1, and pass 2 slipped stitches over the knitted stitch. Okay, now we will knit 1, we will do yarn over, and we will knit these 2 last stitches of the section. Okay, so as you see, it's coming into a V, or actually like an A shape or upside down V. Okay, I made a mistake, so I had to take it out. The second part I would teach you wrong, so let's go and teach you the right way without the mistakes. So again, we will knit 3, 1, 2, 3. We will do yarn over, we will knit 1. Okay, now we will slip, knit 1, pass those slipped stitches over knitted 1, we will knit 1, we will do yarn over, and we will knit last 2 stitches, and that will be all purled except the first and last stitch. So we will knit the first stitch through the back loop, move the marker, and purl entire row. Every single stitch is going to be purled. Purl all the stitches except the last stitch. I want you to slip the last stitch, and we will again knit first stitch through the back loop, move the marker, and we will knit 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we will do yarn over, and we will do slip, knitwise, knit 1, and pass those 2 slipped stitches over the knitted one, yarn over, and knit last 3 stitches of the section. 1, 2, 3. Okay, don't forget those yarn overs. Okay, you always have to have, like I said, in each section you have to have 2 yarn overs or 2 holes. If you don't have it there, you forgot the yarn over. Let me show you one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, slip knitwise, slip knitwise, knit 1 stitch, pass those 2 stitches over knitted 1, okay, yarn over, and knit 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and finish your rest of those sections, repetitions that you started. Okay. Okay, we're almost finished with our crown. All we have to go and do now is knit 6 rows, and I will actually create an edge kind of like this, okay, this wavy, which is like a garter stitch. Okay, so just knit 6 rows, and actually right now you can start taking these markers off. You don't need them anymore, so you can just knit without them. So knit stitch, all knit stitches, 6 rows. Okay, and when you get to your next marker, take it off because you don't need it. It would be in your way. So I will see you when I knitted all my 6 rows. Okay, and I wanted to mention that when you get to the last stitch, again you will move this yarn forward, okay, and you just move this stitch over this way, and you don't knit it, okay, you just slip it. And now it's not gonna be, you see on the wrong side it always comes out really such a big stitch, but it will not be as bad now because we just will knit on each side, so you will not have to deal with purled sides. Okay, I am finished with my 6 rows of just knitted stitches, and all we do need to do is bind off. Now if you don't know how to bind off, I have a video, you can go and watch that. So I will just quickly start binding off, and you do the same. You can follow my other video if you have problems with binding off. And when we are finished with binding off, all we will have to do is connect this edge with this edge and use one of the tails, because we will have another tail right here on this side, and just sew these 2 edges together, connect it into a circle. I'm finished with my binding off. All right, and now this is our right side. As you see, this is our wrong side. So what I will do is I will place both ends on top of each other with the right side to facing each other, and I am looking basically at the wrong side. Okay, and then I will take this tail, the one at the bottom, and I will actually use my hook, and I will place my hook right here at the bottom, because I do not want this to be too wide. And then I will take this thread, and over here, not this one because this is the stitch, but I will take this one and the stitch right next to the first one, so it's gonna be more tight here, and I will pull the yarn through all this, pull yarn through, and now we will go into our next stitch. Okay, we will line these stitches up, and I will go to this stitch and the next stitch, and I will pull the yarn through again, and you can do it whichever way you want. Oh, my mouth doesn't want to roll anymore. It's tired. Okay, now we will go and put that yarn over here, and we will, I mean the tail, okay, and then we will go through the next stitch, and again the next stitch, and we will pull that yarn through and pull the tail, put the tail on the opposite direction away from us, and do this. This is how I do it right now, okay? You can do it whichever you want. And next stitch. See how nicely they are lined up? And next stitch. Oops, I didn't do a good job here. Next stitch. Next one. We have 2 more stitches here, so and 1 more. And let me see how it's working out. And this is how it looks. How it's connected. Now we all need to do just make a knot. I probably should take this one, this from the other side, not the one that we were working with. I will put it over here, and we can make a knot here with these 2, and then we can weave them in. Okay, and I will weave them in here, and that's how it's going to look like. I mean, it's not the best. It's not like when you're working on a circular needles, but it's not too bad, right? So this seam would be in the back of the head, and this is how it looks. Now you can also make this part a little taller if you want. Instead of 6 rows, you can go and do 8 rows or 10 rows or 7 or 9, whatever. And that's it. And I'm gonna go and have this for American Girl doll. So this is going to definitely fit American Girl doll head. All right. And if you want to go and make it for a baby, you will add extra 18 stitches, and then child extra 36 stitches, and if an adult, then you will want to have like 8 peaks or 9 peaks. Okay, and that's it. There will be also on my blog a written pattern, so look for it if you need to go and work with written pattern as well. And you can follow me on my blog, Pinterest, Facebook, Google+, Twitter. I very much thank you for watching my video, and I will see you another time.